The island of Yeouido is best known as the center of Seoul's political and financial worlds, not to mention the home of KBS. But long before Yeouido became the so-called Manhattan of Seoul, it was pasture land that frequently flooded with the Han River. That all changed in 1970 when a new bridge to the island kicked off its rapid development. Fortunately, a decade or two before that happened, hundreds of flowering cherry trees were planted on Yeouido, and today it's considered the best place to see spring flowers in Seoul. In 2005, the Yeouido Spring Flowers Festival was created to celebrate the precious few days each spring when the 1,700 king cherry trees on the island erupt into ephemeral clouds of pink. This year, the festival had to be rescheduled after a late deluge of snow convinced the trees to delay their buds by a couple of weeks, but the spectacular spring show is inevitable and has been certainly worth the wait. The best place to see the flowering cherries is along Yeouido Street, which wraps behind the National Assembly Building. During the 13 days of the Spring Flower Walk, the thoroughfare will be closed to car traffic, affording the expected 4 million visitors a safe and convenient, albeit crowded, experience. For that reason, my advice is to avoid the weekends if possible, and to definitely use public transportation. In addition to admiring Yeouido's gorgeous cherry specimens whose botanical name is Prunus yeouidoensis, visitors can watch dozens of street performances, an opening parade, and art exhibitions. While the opening ceremony will feature fireworks, the 4th annual Flower Decoration Exhibition will showcase flower art. And although the cherry trees get most of the attention at the festival, over 90,000 other plants representing 13 different flower species can also be viewed. This year's events will also move beyond Yeouido Street and onto the large swath of Han River Park that surrounds the island. After a total renovation, the new park is welcoming its first spring this year. Due to the tragic naval mishap a few weeks ago, however, the first annual Hangang Jazz Festival that was to be performed on the new Hangang floating stage has been cancelled. That said, should you spend most of the day admiring the flowers and relaxing along the river, you may want to stay a few hours into the night as well. Thanks to special illumination systems, the cherry trees along Yeouido's streets create a romantic setting for an evening walk, but make sure that your trip there happens soon, because the blooms will be gone before you know it. So after what felt like a very long winter in Seoul, it looks like we are finally welcoming spring into the city. That's it for this edition of Seoul Scene. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Kelly.